Good day, this 174th day, Meaningful Moments, 365 days. The power of a story. That's what happened today as I was working with a colleague of mine and we were getting ready to collaborate on some ideas for upcoming stories in part of a series, Weaving Stories of Your Well-Being. Some of you are familiar with it. It is hosted by PureEsperanza. And in that process, as we were doing that collaboration, we did a small recording of one of the stories that she has shared with me. And even though I've heard it before, I felt all of a sudden like a kid, getting ready to listen to a good story, and got my pillows all behind me, got myself comfortable, got ready to hear a good story. That's something that, for a lot of people in maybe my generation were accustomed to doing when they were kids. And then I think now more of what I see, at least with my grandchildren and kids in school, it's a less familiar thing to sit down and get ready to hear a good story. So for all you people that are keeping those stories alive by a campfire or, as a family activity, or maybe even, going out there to the storytelling festivals, or have been at them, or when they revive them again, have been keeping that tradition alive. And that connects with the power of a story, which was the meaningful moment for me today. As I got ready to listen to all of that, and I heard this story now for the third time, I still picked up pieces that were speaking to me. And of course, as a child, you just absorb all of that on its own. But as an adult, you get to kind of filter out through the layers what the characters meant for you, how you interpret the story, how you interpret the journey. And in so many cases with the fairy tales, the folk tales, and the myths, it's about a hero. It's usually the main character in the story on a journey. And this journey resembles very closely to the journey we're on some level, or that someone we know has been on, but it's definitely something that is part of life, and we relate to it that way. And perhaps we can see all those different characters and qualities in ourselves, or how it's related to our journey. But that's the power of it. And there's so many pieces that come into our consciousness through that process of hearing a good story. And I even believe that as we go to sleep, things that we're working on, how we receive things just at the right time for us, and it's just for us, the way we receive it. But as we get ready to go to sleep, if we have that in our heart and in our awareness, all of a sudden, there's a magic that takes place. And in that unconscious realm, we have additional assistance, more nutrients to bring things up into the consciousness, into the realm of our understanding and awareness and knowing. So there's so many pieces to it. But that's what it was for me today as I sat down to listen to a good story and listened to, the parts of the story where the hero set out to find something externally, but then found that it wasn't the solution. The solution actually lay on the journey, with a lot of little pieces that seemed insignificant, but on the way home, after they didn't get the result that they wanted, what they started out on, they discover that they open themselves to possibilities of the unknown and return home with an unlikely kind of solution that arrives to them. Perfect synchronicity. And that applies for so many of the things that I've been experiencing. And I'm sure that for those of you out there, you've had experiences like that. But it reaffirms us, it grounds us, It's the power of a story. Oh, hey.